Yo, 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 yo. Apparently there's something going on with StreamYard. I just got like hella notifications about it. Um, I don't know, says something about the stream isn't working or the connections is off. So let me know if y'all can hear me or not. I'm not going to drag this one out too long because apparently they got technical difficulties going on their end. But I just got to make this very evident, man, because motherfuckers is jumping out the window saying the most stupid shit on Twitter, bro. And it's going on long enough. I'm making a video on it too that's going to come out a little bit later. And I'll post that shit. You know what I'm saying? It'll be posted. Y'all get it when it come out. But I'm just done. Like I'm monster done with this shit. So I'm gonna just go ahead and make my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just make my opinion known. I don't give a fuck who give a fuck about it or don't give a fuck about it. But here's the fact of the matter, my dude, you didn't win that fight. You didn't win that fight, and you running around here posting. You on Twitter posting. Facts don't care about your feelings. Take your opinion and shove it somewhere up your ass. Well, here's the facts, my guy. The facts are anybody giving you 4 rounds, 3 rounds, or 2 rounds in that fight is just being nice to you. They being nice to you because of your past accomplishments for real. And nobody thought that you would fall that way. I didn't think you would fall that way, get humiliated in that way, or get outclassed by such a basic fighter in that way. And this is no disrespect to Jack, but I'm about to disrespect you though. Bro, pull your head out your ass. Just because you get a controversial decision that shouldn't even go in your favor, don't give you the right to parade around like you won when you know you got your ass whooped. You were wearing the face of a dude who visibly got their ass whooped. And here you going around trying to chastise people, acting like you put some type of pain in that match. What's like I'm losing respect for you by the second, the minute. Like, bro, like, man, don't nobody talk to me. Don't nobody say shit to me about Josh Taylor because I don't give a fuck. 18-0 going undisputed. All of that is cute. All of that is cool. We give you all of your respect for that. But, bro, boxing is about your last match. And in your last match, you got your ass whooped. So shout out to the unofficial, undisputed world champion and Jack Catterall. And fuck this dude, the former world champion, Josh Taylor. Like, bro, it's a problem for me when the boxing world, when dudes get crummy decisions and they run around and they parade around like they really went out there and they put their best foot forward and they got the win. It's a disgusting practice. If you exist in that world, bro, like, yo, you're a fucking buffoon. You're a clown. You're a fool. And shouldn't nobody else respect you for it either. Like, this dude really got some nerve. He really been parading around Twitter, been parading around on interviews. Like, this dude really won that fight. Here's the reality. You got given a dub. I guarantee the people who gave you the grade, they just didn't even want to suffer the humiliation of watching you walk out the ring without the belts, considering they know you got your ass whooped. So shout out, so really you need to be greasing some pockets and shout out to whoever paid them off. Talk to me about motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, facts don't care about your fucking feelings. Bro, the thing about boxing and decisions, bro, just because you get a decision, it don't make it fucking right. And this is where, you know what I'm saying, boxing got to do a better job of cleaning this shit up, man. Boxing, you have to do a better job of cleaning this shit up because y'all give goofy motherfuckers like this wins and all of a sudden they running around here like they Big Willie and like they really put in some type of work and deserved it. You don't deserve to hold those belts. They don't deserve to sit on your mantle, bro. You don't deserve to walk out the ring with them thrown over your shoulder and act like you can show them off in any type of way. You can talk about what you did, how you went around and round them up. Cool. But then you got goofy people in the comment section talking about, you do know he rounded up those belts, right? Stupid motherfuckers, you do know anybody who goes out of their way to round up all 4 titles, if they entertain one fucking mandatory, that mandatory is getting a shot at not just one belt, all 4 belts, right? So what the fuck are you talking about? Like, people really want to like pacify and hold hands of people for all the wrong shit. Like, this why boxing is so fucked up. Tired of this bullshit, man. Niggas out they fucking mind, man. Yeah, I'm talking about Josh Taylor. He posted, like, I was going to throw it up in a thumbnail, but StreamYard acting all retarded and shit like that. Basically, he puts up a post or whatever, where it shows like, you know, the insides of the human body or whatever, and basically taking this is somebody's opinion, rolling it up on a piece of paper and shoving it up their asshole, and basically that's what they could do with it, and talking about facts don't care about your feelings. So basically him winning the fight and anybody's opinion towards the shit isn't, basically our opinion towards him losing the fight isn't the fact of the matter. Okay, on paper the fact is that you won, but that don't mean that you won. Nobody in fucking Scotland, Ireland, England, fucking America, Japan, anywhere around the world believe you won. The only people in the judges, the people who gave you the decision don't even believe that you won. Now that might sound kind of asinine and kind of like crazy that I said that, but the fact, we know what it is, man. We know what it is. And I'm tired of people who do this too. They say, well, people be getting robbed over in America all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I don't care if a person get robbed in America. I don't give a fuck if a person got robbed in Timbuktu. A robbery is a robbery and it don't make it right. So for all of you, you know what I'm saying, your animosity, you harboring towards, you know what I'm saying, whatever domestic scene is doing, whatever, bro, that's on you. But there are people in the world that care about those people that got robbed, because we know all of the pain, the blood, sweat, and tears that go in their process of getting ready to go out for a world title fight, and to get robbed doing that, bro, and to have your heart snatched out your chest like that and your soul snatched out your chest like a Mortal Kombat combination, fatality, bro, we feel sympathy towards that, and only dickheads won't. So don't try to sit up here and try to use that shit as some type of excuse to be like, oh, well, bro, you do understand this is a fucking physical sport. You do understand this is a combat sport. So when it's that freaking clear, when it's that obvious that a person lost every single round, don't sit up here and try to talk to me or talk to the rest of the world, and I don't want to hear nothing about the excuses you making for them. That's corny. Okay, so somebody get robbed over here, the next person get robbed, and make it right? Or so we supposed to be more accepting of that? That shit is stupid. Man, I'm losing all respect for this dude by the minute, man. Really ain't got too much to say about it more than that, bro. The nigga's a fucking goofball, man. Kal-El, salute. John B. Poetic, salute. Sly Tendency, salute. Raider from LA, salute. What's cracking with you, Brody, bro? I was just telling my brother that how the fucking fighters get their ass whooped and be all happy, smiling and shit after getting them beaten. Like, y'all happy you got your ass whooped for 12 rounds. Like, yo, bro, like, you know, like, let's be honest here. You know for a fact. You look, anybody who's ever been in any type of physical altercation in life, you know when you won it, you know when you lost it, or you know when you was getting your ass beat the entirety of the fight, and you might have landed a good shot and knocked the nigga out and was just like, damn, that knockout saved my motherfucking ass. But here's the difference in knocking somebody out or just going to a decision and you just got beat up the whole time. You ain't sleep nothing. This dude touched the canvas. This dude came out. Look, the first 2 seconds of the fight, he got popped in his mouth with a 2-piece. Hold the biscuit, hold the fries. The whole entirety of the fight, he was walking into 2 pieces, 3 pieces, 4 pieces. You didn't adjust not once. You showed me a lot about you in that ring, and can't nobody tell me you're going to chalk that up to weight, because I don't want to hear that shit. Chalk that up to you just got outclassed by a basic fighter. So what does that say about you? Maybe we get too ahead of ourselves in the praise when I keep telling y'all time and time again, just because certain dudes got belts don't make them nice. Because I'm pretty sure everybody in this room and everybody that got something to do with boxing, when you go out there and you watch him fight Jack Catterall, because I clearly put out a community post saying like, somebody tell me when it's over with. I have no want or need to want to watch this fight. And I apologize for my response based on how the fighter respond, how he came out there and performed. And I feel like everybody should do that. If you open your mouth in any instance, you wrong, or you jump out the window when you wrong. I'm more than cool with being wrong and going back and making it right. But bro, at the end of the day, like, he got crushed. And he's running around here acting like he's proud of himself. Bro, you know when you lost. You know when you lost. You know when you got a gimme. And the fact that you running around here praising the gimme, bro, is sad. It's sad. Your stock is dropped. So once again, We got to stop jumping out the window with these dudes with these lackluster resumes. Not saying Josh Taylor's resume is lackluster because he's got a few world champions underneath his belt. He went through the World Boxing Super Series. I give him credit for all of that shit. Everybody know I'm champion for Josh Taylor, but I ain't doing it now. That was then. This is now. So I'm telling y'all, man, just because these dudes is world champions, bro, it don't necessarily make them great. You know how we defined greatness before? A lot of niggas had to go up against great shit, taking L after L after L, and they looked at some of the greatest boxers of all time. These dudes ain't really been under, they really ain't been under no smoke for real. Like, it's a lot of average champions running around in boxing, and for real, we jumped the gun. We jumped the gun and think that these dudes are really defined in a certain era. Like, just face it, let's chalk it up. This era of boxing is straight weak. It's weak. And the champions that are in it, 90% of them, they weak too. And I don't care if nobody like what I'm saying. This is the reality of the matter. And I don't want to hear no bullshit about somebody telling me, oh, yo, you disrespectful to world champ. Oh, well, you disrespecting 90% of the world champions. No, the fuck I'm not. I'm being honest. Let's be serious. How many of these dudes are really that good? And like, yo, I'm not going to chalk this shit up to like, yo, it's a bad night. It's a bad night. Like, he just had a bad night. Nah. There were no adjustments made. And if you a boxer, you normally go in your trick bag when shit ain't working. Where the fuck was his trick bag at? So was it a bad night, or maybe we jumping the gun on how we feel about people out here? We've done it several times before. Like, there's a bunch of delusional niggas about Tank Davis. After I watched Tank Davis fight Leo Santa Cruz, that told me everything I need to know about him. And honestly, I feel like Tank Davis will whoop Josh Taylor ass right now. We jumped the gun about a lot of shit because boxing really don't have nothing to offer us to where we really can say, like, wholeheartedly, like, that these dudes are really that good. It's a lot of dudes that's going to get, it's a lot of dudes that's going to round up certain unified titles and belts and shit like that. But really, you know what I'm saying, the opposition around them ain't that good. Like, let's be honest, a lot of niggas at 140 pounds, all of them niggas is job mediocre. They mediocre for real. Like, how many of them dudes is really at 140 pounds where you really going to rest your hat on and say, yo, they're elite talent? I don't really know if elite talent really exists like that in boxing no more. I don't. You know, give respect to the belts or whatever, but man, look, at the end of the day, man, dude, man, there's a lot of dudes that don't get belts that I think that you know what I'm saying, that you can rate higher than a lot of guys, and there are a lot of guys that got belts right now, man, and I don't rate them motherfuckers for shit. I ain't jumping the gun with these clowns no more, man. And for real, I taught my own self a valuable lesson. Yo, just reserve your fucking opinion and watch everything that come across that screen, bro. Not only the fact it's my obligation and it's my job and I ain't doing no type of due diligence if I don't do so, but it's the fact of, if I know for a fact that a lot of these world champions ain't really everything that they cracked out to be, or the rest of the world want to make them out to be on any given night, that these guys could be beat. So we always going to have some type of fly-by-night champion that ain't really proving shit for real. I'm just saying, man, like, this Josh Taylor shit just getting out of control. More importantly, not just the Josh Taylor shit, but just Josh Taylor. And it's just the fact of how people responding to it. Like, yo, I've watched professional boxing coaches get up in that shit and say, like, yo, just forget about it. This man, he became undisputed in this amount of time, and we just supposed to let this shit go. Like, whatever, move on with life. Ask Jack Catterall how the fuck he moving on with life right now. And then say that shit to Jack Catterall, and I wonder your fucking response then. And I want to see the look on your face. Like, bro, we've become too comfortable with just being like, okay, a motherfucker got robbed. Let's just pivot and move on from that shit. And maybe I might be crying over spilled milk or whatever, but I really don't feel that way because, once again, it's a physical fucking grueling sport, bro. So, man, so say all of that bullshit to Jack Catterall. I bet a motherfucker won't. Because you know if you was in that man's presence, talking that type of goofy ass shit, you know damn well you will get scorched for that shit. as you should. You probably wouldn't even part your lips to say it. Because them the type of motherfuckers that be around a dude like that and be like, yeah, bro, you got robbed. But then on the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? They fanboy shit kick in on social media and they like, just forget about it. Fuck that shit. Boxing is a sport of what have you done for me lately? Because clearly people's attitude change per fight. Per fight. People's attitudes change about people per fight, whether it's right or whether it's wrong, whether it's controversial decision or whether it's not a controversial decision. People always criticize people for a bunch of shit in boxing, and they change their opinions and their views on people, change like fucking underwear if you changing them responsibly. Just saying. So why should that shit change for Josh Taylor? Or why shouldn't nobody spark out Josh Taylor? Oh, because he undisputed, he just supposed to get the utmost respect? Man, fuck out of here, man. A champion, man, look, a champion is more than just, you know what I'm saying, the belt. It's how you conduct yourself too, bro. And if you're not conducting yourself right, I don't give a fuck what, I don't care about your belts. Because the shit say a lot about you. Now after you, but see, facts and feelings don't matter. But now, you know what I'm saying? You got to fight. You open to fight. No, you're open to fighting him at a catch weight, not at 140 at a catch weight. That's your stipulations. Like, come on, bro. You know you didn't win that fucking fight, man. That shit was a whole disaster, and that shit was all in the storm was at your door, not his. Shit corny, man. Robbery the fix was in when they did that first point deduction on El Gato. Man, I'm trying to tell you, dog. I'm trying to tell you, like, they go out of their way. They go out of their way to position these goofball dudes, man, to lose. What happened to, you know what I'm saying? I understand boxing as a business, but motherfuckers got to lose straight up, man. Motherfuckers got to lose straight up, man. And at the end of the day, well, how does it benefit the guy who truly got robbed when the finances, the financial gain, the purse he receives financially from that bout doesn't receive any increase. His stock doesn't rise after catching a loss, regardless of whether it's controversial or not. It's still a loss on that man's record. Like, your stock don't boost from getting robbed, bro. Your pay doesn't increase from getting robbed, bro. So all of that shit got to be taken in consideration to where the robbery shit is just a fucked up practice, bruh. Period. If your nigga lose, your nigga lose. Even Bob Arum had the nerve to say, yo, that was the worst fucking performance he ever seen from Josh Taylor. He straight up stunk up the place. Bro, you made your city look bad. And you running around here proud about that shit. I guarantee anybody that live over there, yo, you're going to be cool with him to a certain extent, but if he piss you off, I bet you be the first motherfucker to throw up in his face. That's why you got your ass whipped by Jack Catterall. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Man, look, man, if that shit happened over here like that, mark my words, and anybody know me or know I get down like this. Bro, if Bud Crawford got his ass spanked and they robbed the man on the other end of the spectrum, y'all know I ain't going to sit up there and just, you know, like act like Bud Crawford didn't get fucking, like Bud Crawford ain't get his ass whooped. I'm going to say Bud Crawford got his fucking ass whooped. Like, that's the difference. Like, let's not, like, yo, journalism is shoddy. You know what I mean? These dudes behind the camera is shoddy. You know what I'm saying? And the fans, you know, they done got so drunk off of the shit that, you know, they comfortable with going along with it too. Like, bro, you can't defend nobody who got their ass whooped in that fashion, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro. And at the end of the day, like, he can't even defend himself. I understand he a fighter, but, bro, you could be honest about your shortcomings, bro. And they honestly don't have to just come out there and say, you know, I don't feel like I won the fight. You know, because if the decision go your way, I don't expect the fighter to say that he lost, but I don't expect the fighter to sit up there and act like he won too. I expect you to, you know, be wholehearted about the outcome of the shit and saying like, yo, I was flat. I got, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything Jack did, he showed up, he was exceptional, but I was flat on the evening. And let the open interpretation be whatever it is by the public. You can say you lost without saying you lost. And you can acknowledge the fact that you didn't have a great night in other ways than just saying like, yo, I got my ass whooped. But at the end of the day, don't poke your chest out like that. That's my problem. That's the problem that I have with it, personally. Respectfully, bro, you don't like, man, whatever, man. Whatever, man. Whatever. If Taylor moves on, his legacy is tarnished. His legacy is hella tarnished. Like, honestly, I feel like all of the shit that he's done and the way he ran around and collected those belts, James, I feel like he tarnished it all in the way he trolling the fans. I feel like he's tarnishing it in the way he's carrying himself because, like, yo, these are the actions of a fucking punk kid, bro. It's just the actions of a punk kid. If you don't run that shit back, and get that man the proper fade, because that man had to show up and be right, just like you had to show up and be right. And no matter who loses on that evening, nobody has the right to make excuses. Well, you can make an excuse, but how do we feel about shit like that? We feel about it just like we feel about anybody else that makes excuses. Well, most of the time, most sensible people do. Other people like to make excuses for motherfuckers, but I don't. So for the fact that I don't make excuses with people, I can only speak from a place for an individual who doesn't make excuses for nobody. Shit is garbage, bro. Robbery of the decade, that's a fact. And then when you got all of the metal on the line and then you got the nerve to act like, bro, like imagine sitting back knowing you whooped the guy's ass and he parading all around on social media and shit with something that you know supposed to be sitting right in your living room, and his face is supposed to be on the belt you're supposed to receive in the mail and shit like that. But he parading around acting like he beat your ass and acting like the people that's defending you don't matter, or defending him, don't matter. Like, that's some classless shit. That shit is highly distasteful. Undisputed champ got beat with a 1-2 all night. Now you want to talk shit. And that's like the dude who know he got his ass whooped in a one-on-one fight, but wasn't nobody there to see it, but he goes back to school the next day and tries to go out there and push out his narrative to every student around the school so they can go and hit you with the information first. Like, yo, so-and-so said you got your ass whooped. Well, make that shit real then. And then when you try to say, like, man, I ain't get my ass whooped, well, let's run it back. As soon as you say, well, let's run it back, man, everybody gonna think you really lost because you're the one asking for the rematch. But what it really is he's just jumping out there trying to just be as PC as fucking possible and just going on some campaign to try to save face. Like, bro, there's no campaign that Josh Taylor can go on right now that can save face for this shit. But my problem is all of the professionals that I see out here that want to make excuses for him. That's my problem with it. How dare y'all? Because if your fighter was in that position, what would you be saying right now? Just like the Hogan kid who beat Jaime Munguia, and his coach in the damn locker room crying because he got robbed. The fuck out of here, man. This shit goofy. I can't tolerate this shit. Eubank Jr. gunning for Brook. He ducking bigger guys or what? Man, I really don't pay attention to really much. I really ain't been paying attention to what Chris Eubank's been doing for real, man. That dude's he's man, keep working. All I can say is keep working down in fucking Florida. Pensacola in the house. Keep working down in Florida with goddamn Roy Jones, man, and just stay humble and shut the fuck up. Nobody in Team Taylor mentioned weight before the fight. Exactly. So it all comes down to the world of excuses and how you want them shits to pile up in your living room. Because you can't give a definitive answer on why you got fucked up like that. You want to know what that definitive response should be? You just got fucked up. Point blank period. There ain't nothing else you could say about it. Dude, you lost. And it's like, yo, it's one thing for that shit to be controversial, but ain't nothing controversial about it. He got landslide. It was a landslide defeat. Like, bro, and you want to know one thing I'm so sick of in boxing? Man, motherfuckers better shut the fuck up about a swing round. It's either one motherfucker did something or both individuals didn't do anything, and that motherfucker should just be a nil round. Make it 10-10, 9-9, whatever on both sides. But if it's a swing round, stop giving motherfuckers rounds they didn't win. I'm sick of that bullshit. Boxing is the most like lopsided, weird sport in the game because they don't make it crystal clear. Taylor was bragging, saying he can make 140 with no problem before the fight. I bet he was. I'm talking about, salute, Tony. I'm talking about the fact that Josh Taylor jumped on Twitter and he posts basically, you know what I'm saying, the inside of a rectum, and he puts a tweet out, a guy shoving tissue up his asshole basically, and it shows like the inside of a rectum or whatever, and basically the inside of body parts and shit. And he's basically saying that, you know, facts don't give two fucks about your feelings or whatever. And he's got a rolled up tissue, a piece of paper talking about somebody's feelings, and the person is shoving it up their ass. Kind of like how you go up in the doctor's office, and the doctor's office got, you know, the inside of the organs and all of that being shown, the liver, the intestines, all of that bullshit. It was like that. And I'll post it on the thumbnail once this live goes down so everybody can see it. Matter of fact, I'm doing a video on this as well. So you guys are going to see it regardless. But it's just the fact that this dude is really poking his chest out. That's basically why I'm here right now. You know what I mean? The fact that this dude is just poking his chest out, acting like he won this fight when you didn't win a round. And everybody tries to justify shortcomings in rounds like, that was more of a swing round. Wasn't no swing round. He was getting swung the fuck on. Contact, Jack Catterall, pressure. You wasn't winning nothing. The dude doesn't even have a jab. Let's be honest. This dude has way less in the fucking tool shed than we honestly ever thought. Is your jab? Was the lack of you being able to throw a jab, or the lack of you being able to use your range, or you just shoveling your shoulder and trying to, you know what I'm saying, hit the dude with a headbutt and be dirty and cut him up? The fact was that because of your weight too? Or was the fact that you didn't have shit? And you only defend, and your only offense comes on you depending on people to come forward and walk right into your action. Clearly, you're an individual that can't handle somebody with patience. Obviously, because you can't handle a basic one too. And it wasn't like you was in an unorthodox situation. You were dealing with another southpaw fighter. You just looked like trash. And maybe in the course of you only having 18 fights under your belt, maybe it's the fact that you probably don't have proper foot placement. And maybe other fighters gave you a little bit more respect than what you should have gotten. And they went in and they planned all wrong for it. Because I do remember you fighting Victor Postal, and that shit was controversial to me as well. So no, maybe this dude isn't all we thought he was. And now we can think less of his character by the way he parading around acting right now. The shit is disgraceful. You give it to him two hands. You had the best at it, man. Like, bro, shout out Godfather, man. Appreciate you, bro. I'm just tired of people that go out of their way, man, and make an ass of themselves, man, and disrespect the sport. And then everybody just sit around and they want to hold their hand and cradle them like what the fuck they saying is right. Like, no, it's not right. And I don't know why more people ain't just like, yo, this dude is acting like a fucking buffoon right now. Like, bro, the problem is more professionals need to come out and take the Tyson Fury approach. And Tyson Fury is a flip-flopping ass dude. But honestly, he's right when he say that dude ain't win no rounds in that fight for real. He didn't. And somebody point out a round that he won. And then I'll be like, okay. It don't change the fact that he got his ass whooped. I don't care. Like more professional boxers, more people behind the podium need to be comfortable with telling these dudes that they got their ass whooped. Yo, they like people like the media forget boxers need you to have a form of likeness. They can't, it's not like, yo, one hand wash the other, both hands wash the face. Basically what I'm saying is y'all can't do it without each other. So I don't know why y'all bend a break for these goofballs, because they so soft now. Y'all so worried about not being able to make it in their gym for an excuse of on some smelly nutsack shit. I'm sorry, Ali, but we know you a dick sucker. And I don't got no problem with you or whatever, but I'm just me. Appreciate the hard work you put in, but if that's what's going to keep you in the room, bro, that's equivalent to selling your fucking soul to the devil to me. And I'm not saying anybody a devil or nothing like that, but if you compromise your integrity, that's just as bad as selling your soul to the devil to me. So that's why I call him Smelly Nutsack. And that's basically what the rest of the fucking boxing world be like on the media side of it. Andre Ward, disgraceful. Disgraceful. Making excuses for this dude every chance he could get for how many rounds? Still making excuses for American boxing when it come up short, and then still got the nerve to mention Deontay Wilder when he'd rather run out in the woods and trip and talk about retirement. Get out of here. You the same dude that wanted to be honest when it came to Tyson Fury, jumping on him, but now you the same dude that want to act like this dude has life as a top 3 or top 5 in the heavyweight division. Are you smoking crack? Andre Ward, for all the respect I got for this dude, and he really rates high with me. He one of the most disgraceful goddamn pundits I ever seen in the modern culture of boxing. And I don't care if don't nobody agree with me or not, but he is though. He is though. He really is though. Shit is goofy, man. I want him to step up and fight Bud. He get the fucking shit beat out of him. Fake champ, man, bro. Like, man, look. Bud Crawford put out one tweet, and I knew what he's saying as lightly cryptic as it was. Like, come on, bro. We know what Bud Crawford said. Bud Crawford meant it literally came out right after the fight was over, and they was going through with the judge, and Bud Crawford puts out a tweet and say, "Yo, y'all stop disrespecting me. I'm different." Facts. He is different. He is different, and he's consistent. These dudes, bro, Bud Crawford, the one dude that don't really say nothing and show and prove and get disrespected time and time again, while you got assholes and dickheads like this who clearly, you know what I'm saying, the boxing world, you know what I mean, lending him belts off of robberies and shit like that, like, bro, and people want to make excuses for him and try to hold his hand and shit like that, run around, bro. Don't nobody come around me and call Josh Taylor champ, man. That shit is former, bro. I mean, once you a champ forever, but yo, you former, bro. You a former champion. Shout out to the unofficial champion, Jack Catterall, man. And this video I'm putting together is something on the level of, you know what I'm saying, them Deontay Wilder videos too. Because I'm going to make sure I go out of my way to explicitly and deliberately shit all on this man, because no different than Teofimo, no different than Deontay, no different than Ryan Garcia. I don't care if you undisputed or not, bro. You're no different. This is an equal opportunity platform. And with that equal opportunity, I will take this opportunity and put my fucking foot in your ass. Fucking garbage, man. 2 hands, Taylor, 1 Crawford. What Taylor needs to do, he need to see a fucking he need to get a psychiatric eval. Talk about he want Crawford. Give him to him, please. Bud, take it and knock him smooth out at will. Because honestly, I do feel like he deserves another ass whooping right now. He deserves to get stopped. Like, yo, his stock is just gonna keep dropping. Like, bro, you don't get your ass stomped out by Jack Catterall like a 13-year-old kid getting stomped out by a whole senior football team, and then think you just going to run in the ring with Bud Crawford and you're just going to perform at your best and then chalk it up to your weight is why you look like that. Anybody who knows anything about boxing knows that fucking loss had nothing to do with weight. It had everything to do with technique. It had everything to do with skill. It had everything to do with the range he was operating in and the lack of adjustments that he made the entirety of that fight. Am I lying or not? That had nothing to do with weight. It had everything to do with technique and lack of thereof. And then you think, like, bro, stop disrespecting Bud Crawford by thinking that, Joe, just because you come off a lackluster performance, that you should get him next. Motherfuckers is out here chasing greatness. And I think that you reached the pinnacle of yours. Because I don't see you going up to 147 with those type of fighters and becoming more successful. See, this is the thing about the fighters that Josh Taylor won, you know, He won his titles off of and was successful against. They were stationary targets. They were stationary targets that were very, very thirsty and operating up close. 147, you're not going to get that. For real, I don't even think dog, give him get through Keith Thurman first. And this ain't, oh no, two hands trying to throw somebody else in front of him. I really think Keith Thurman would bust his motherfucking ass. Like all these motherfuckers sleeping on Keith, sleep on them all you want. But Keith will, oh my God, 8-ounce gloves, man, Keith will put some pain on that boy. Keith ain't gonna play the statue in there. He gonna show you. He gonna show you every bit of what adjustments look like. And if you can't make one, you're getting stopped. You are really getting stopped. If Jack Catterall can make you touch the canvas, man, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Am I saying anything foreign right now? Am I speaking in a foreign language or whatever? If Jack Catterall can make you touch the canvas with a chopping right hand, what the hell do you think Keith Thurman will do to him? And Keith Thurman ain't the biggest of all punches at that weight, but he can punch. And he will punch the shit out you. Yeah, he need to go to Barrios route. Man, Keith, man, look, and this is what I'm starting to understand. Anything Josh Taylor he needs it to charge him. He needs it to charge him, or he needs it to stand right in front of him and very close to him. Cause he gotta be all on the inside. He's gotta take away from what it really looked like. Yo, anybody with any type of spice, any type of movement, any type of fluidity, like bro, he can't deal with that. And it showed me that's operating on a high level. Bro, man, you want to know who would be perfect to destroy that man? Because he's going to be patient and he's going to operate off the back foot and roll off the shoulder like that the entirety of the fight and got some pop behind his glove. Man, Usyk would fucking make him look bad. Because Josh Taylor can't wait. He's got you know what I'm saying? He got an easy bake oven with his fight process. He's got to nuke that shit quick. So what I'm saying by that is he's going to charge you quick. Man, please charge Ugas and that motherfucking superior Philly shell motherfucking defense and that offense that he got. I promise you, he's going to hit you with an uppercut so sweet you're going to go belly up, ass out. Belly up, ass out. Oh, Virgil Ortiz will punish him. Punish him. Punish him. Like, I don't know why he think the road gets easier going up from here. It don't. And if you don't have, and here's the thing, 140 to 160 pounds, really 168, 175, anyway you chalk it up, going up any higher than that. If you don't have a jab, you can't find success. You're not going to be successful unless the matchmaking stylistically works in your favor in that way. If you don't have a consistent jab, you will never find success. Because the jab slows down everything when it gets too quick. And if you ain't got that, and if you can't keep nobody on the end of that, if you can't use your range to your advantage, yo, you're not going to survive. And if you think that you're just going to be the inside guy at 147, nah, because there's several fighters that are bigger than you. I think Gary Antoine Russell will stomp a mud hole in his ass and stomp him right now. I think there are a lot of people that could position themselves to take them titles for him. But vacate. The only thing that should be on this dude's mind right now is Jack Catterall. That is it. That is it. But I want to get back to finishing this goddamn video and putting this shit out here so it'll come out before the evening is out and shit like that. All I really wanted to say is, man, this dude, it's just very sad and unfortunate that, you know, people can't even be honest with themselves. And you've accomplished a lot, but your last performance, you know, determines how we feel about you, and how you responding outside of the ring off of that last performance is determining exactly how I feel about you right now. And I'm just fucking utterly disgusted. So Josh Taylor, you are truly a fucking clown. You are truly a clown. And anybody else that is defending that man right now, you're a fucking clown too. So respect to the whole Reaper gang. Respect to everybody in the building. I got some work to do. I should be live again tomorrow. Peace and respect. Everybody always remember, man, Y'all all are fucking stars, man. So go out and shine like one, man. And don't let nobody tell you you can't fucking do something, man. Because you can do whatever the fuck you want to do, man. And that's real. And I don't care how cliche the shit sound, man. But you only as good as your fucking ambition, man. Respect. Tony Line, salute. Godfather, salute. Rain Man, salute. Pound, salute. Dragon Leg, salute. Gabe Lopez was goody. Vinny Durant, Tim Townsend, Mr. T, all of y'all boys. Javi, y'all have a wonderful fucking day, man. I'll see y'all when the video drop. Respect.